Hello, everyone. This is Gilgamesh, and today we have a simple verse from 2 Chronicles chapter 1, verse 4. And it reads here, Aval Aron ha-Elohim he'ela David makiryat Ya'arim bahakin lo David ki natalo ohel birushalayim. So let's take it apart here. In English it says, but the ark of the Elohim brought up David from Kiryat Ya'arim as he prepared for it, David, the subject there, so as David prepared for it, for he stretched out for it a tent in Jerusalem. So this is the story of bringing the ark to Jerusalem here. So we start off here with aval, which basically means but, alas, something like that. But yeah, but in this right here, we have the word aron, which is the word for ark, and it does not have a definite article on it, but we are going to call it the ark because this is a construct form. So this is actually saying the ark of, and with a construct chain, if the last noun is definite, and it is in this case, then the definiteness applies to all nouns in the chain. At least when you bring it into English, that's how we would do it. So we would say, but the ark of, and this is a definite article here on the word Elohim, the ark of the Elohim, the ark of God. We don't often say the God in English, but in Hebrew it's quite common to say the Elohim, the God. But the ark of God, he'elah. So this is a he feel perfect third masculine singular. The verb is Allah, to go up, and he'elah is he caused to go up, he brought up. And then next here we have our subject finally, which is David. You will see it is spelled here with a yod. David is often not spelled with a yod. It's in newer, later texts that we do see it spelled with a yod more often, and this is 2 Chronicles, which is one of the later books of the Hebrew Bible. So we have here David caused to come up or brought up. And then, oddly, we had started with the direct object here. The thing that he brought up was the aron. And then we have here a preposition from. Mem often is used as a preposition from. And then we have a proper name here, Kiryat Ya'arim. Kiryat means village or town, and Ya'arim means forests. So if we were to look this up in the lexicon here, let's see what we can learn about it. We have to scroll down a bit here. It's talking about just generally village or town, but if we scroll down far enough in this entry, we should find here, there it is, Kiryat Ya'arim. And it gives it to us here in Greek, Palis Ya'arim, and city of forests, an ancient Canaanite city belonging to the Gibeonite Tetrapolis, so the 4 cities of the Gibeonites, joined by covenant with Benjamin, later belonging to the region of Judah. The location is controversial, so we're not sure where this city actually is. And then for suggestions, it gives us some references there to some scholarly works where they wonder where it's at. It says probably modern Deir el Azar, about 15 kilometers west-southwest of Jerusalem. And it gives some references for that. So that's what we know about this. This is probably about 15 kilometers west-southwest of Jerusalem. So not a huge journey, but while carrying it on foot, I'm sure it was quite a procession to go 15 kilometers that way. So he's bringing it up from there. And then we have this preposition bet here. Bet, when it's attached to a verb, frequently can be a preposition of time, as. So as, and then this word right here, hekin, this comes from kaf, vav, nun, our root letters here. And this is also a he feel, a perfect third masculine singular. Often this verb means to be firm or to be established, but as a he feel here, it means to make firm or make established. And if we look at the dictionary over here, and we scroll down till we get to our he feel entries, which are going to be a little ways down. Here's our he feel. To prepare or make ready, to set up or erect. And I think that given the context here that we're talking about the tent, this is probably what we're talking about here. as he set up. And then we have lo, literally for him. The him here is almost certainly the ark, the aron. So as he set up for it, we would say, David again. So David appears twice here. So as David set up for it, he nata for, and here we have our call verb. This is actually the lexical form. This is how you would look it up in the dictionary. It's a call, perfect third masculine singular, to stretch out, to spread out. So this is what you do with a tent. You stretch it out. For he stretched out, lo, for it, again, ohel. This is the word for tent, an ohel. You can always remember that because when you go camping and you realize that you're going to be sleeping in a tent, what you say is ohel. And then we have here Birushalayim. Notice that this happens here with the bet. The bet means in, and Jerusalem on its own would be pronounced Yerushalayim. But when you put this preposition on the front here with a word that begins at a yod, it kind of all slides together, and this becomes Birushalayim. And notice the two vowels under the lamed here, laim. In modern Hebrew, you get a yod between the lamed and the mem, but in biblical you don't, but it's still, we put two vowels there, so we pronounce it the modern way. So this is Birushalayim, in Jerusalem. So for he had stretched out for it a tent in Jerusalem. Now we have one footnote here from our BHS. We have this A that starts here before the word David and over here after the word lo. And if we look at it over here in the apparatus, we see here verse 4, A-A. We have a little greater than sign here. And it's so helpful when you mouse over it. It gives you the Latin here, plus quam or destin. That means more than or missing from. And then we have this fancy looking G here, which is symbol referring to the Septuagint, the Greek. So this is saying that what is between the two letters A here is missing from the Septuagint, or at least some of our old copies of it. And then here it gives this word here, which when you mouse over it, we get the full Greek word homoioteluton. I know I butchered that. I had to look that one up. That's not one I knew. That is apparently, it's about the repetition of endings in words. It's also known as a near rhyme. That is trying to explain why we think it is missing from the Greek, is because probably it's getting confused with the David up here, and they thought they'd already written it, and so they left out this section. So that's our verse. Thank you very much. If you like this content, please like and subscribe and join us on Discord. Bye.